It's accepting that not everything you do is right, and not everything you do is wrong. There's no right and wrong. You just keep on moving and listen to yourself. Be present. And this is a word I like to use a lot. Be present. When you are present in your life, you will know when to move, what to do, how to do.
From CNR JUTA De BEER, imini umsindisi wesizwe, umvelisi mnqango umelisi wesizwe, formerly known as Lwazi Madonsela, bringing you a show about creative entrepreneurs live from the landmark that not only birth SA street culture but also formalize the street hustle. On today's episode we have Fhatuwani. Umsindisi wesizwe umvelisi mnqango special edition. Thank God for the savings. Still getting goosebumps right now, because there's a homie of mine. He's like, yo, Fhatuwani is that guy. Like me, I saw things, but that guy, like he's school of Fhatuwani, He's like, yo, fucks with Fhatuwani. I was like, okay, who's this Fhatuwani guy? He'd always send me like your stories, and then eventually you get to it. Then you're like, oh, okay, this is dope.
Sure.
Then I started doing research and like, oh, okay, because I'm a nerd about everything. So once I feel like there's a weird cool meter I have as a person. Right?
Yeah.
So there's always like, okay, cool. It's like with rappers.
Yes.
So if it's always best to hear a rapper's music before I see how it looks.
Yes.
So I would never ever listen to Stove God had I seen how he looks before I listened.
Stove God cooks.
Yeah. Because the raps are like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then his outfits are like, this guy's bomb.
Yeah.
It's just the Autasekasi in me. I'm always like.
Same with Loot. When I saw how he looks, I was like, damn, I'm glad I heard his raps before I see. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let me see this Fhatuwani guy. No. I was like, he's killing them with the combos. I was like, say, travel. And then I was like, then we're having a meeting with the homie we sitting. So we always have check-ins, just check the homie. I'm like, yo, my boy, yeah, that guy's the truth. He's like, yeah, that guy's the truth. I'm like, but no, here's why he's the truth. I was like, you're the truth purely of one thing. You are actually making us see that it's possible.
Thank you, man.
If there's one thing you were sent on this earth to do, is to show us that it's possible.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people exist within what it looks like it could be.
Yeah.
And you like, yo, say yes, a let.
Yeah, say yes,
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Fhatuwani.
Thank you so much for having me. I've been checking the show and I love it. And when you hit me up, I was like, wow, okay, dope. I guess manifesting is a great thing,
Yeah. I must learn that humility thing. Look, I want Pharrell. It's that humility injection.
Yeah, old age.
Yeah, I get that. You're creating, right?
Yeah.
And when you're creating, there's a big perception of who you are, especially because of social media. Someone will perceive Utuban Fhatuwani, not knowing that there's Eno.
Yes.
Who has to deal with Fhatuwani, managing your pace, managing your growth.
Yeah.
How did you manage from your start to understand that, yo, I'm merely an intern.
Yeah.
And all I can be is the best intern.
Yeah.
And understand that my time is coming.
I think the fortunate thing about me was that I never studied everything that I do today. I'm not an intellectual, I'm not a scholar or whatever they call it. So when I got my chance to be an intern at Draft FCB, I walked in there knowing that I don't have the papers. I don't have what those kids who went to Vega and AAA have. So I must be the earliest in to learn, and I must bother everyone. I didn't know if I was bothering, but I was asking everyone questions. All the art directors in the studio knew me. How do you do this? How do you do that? My boss would ask him, how does this wing work? And from asking those questions and being also the fear of losing that opportunity based on not having the qualification gave me the drive to want to be the best in the studio. So I needed to give them a reason to keep me, And when I walked in there, I wasn't thinking what they're paying me. For me, it was like, yo, how can I be... These guys are paying me to learn. This is ridiculous. So I come from Soweto. I didn't have pages or papers to draw on. I had a laptop and like some stuff that I hustled, but I didn't have enough stationery for me to express myself. There's a scanner, there's all this, there's a Wacom. My then boss, Grant Jacobson, bought me a Wacom, which is like a drawing pad.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, this is heaven. I don't care who's here as an intern. I need to prove to this guy who believes in me that I deserve to be here, and he didn't make a mistake to bring me here. And the guy who brought me there was Neo Mashiko. Also, I didn't want to disappoint him.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Sorry to interject.
Sure.
Yo, Neo, please come to the show.
Yeah, I think he helped a lot of guys like myself who never studied creative work or who never went to Vega and all. So I had that pressure, and I also had the pressure to prove to my mom that when I said I'm quitting school and I'm gonna do art, I'm gonna be an artist, I'll be good at it and I'll be something. So when I had that internship, I wanted to prove to my mom that I'm gonna do this, you know.
Do you feel like our generation is suffering from the thing of like, yes, I'm an intern, but I want to drive the Benz? Yeah. And how can we kill that within us?
I think what we need to know, what we need to kill is that when you come out of Vega with all the experience you got there, you still know nothing. Don't walk in there thinking you know what's happening in an agency, because agencies are tough. You know, there's a lot at play there. You need to understand strategy. You need to understand, if you're an art director, you need to understand how copywriters work. You know, how you can work with your partner beyond the stuff you were learning at school, because now we are real time. If your work comes out with typos or with offensive visuals, it can cost a whole company. Similar to what Balenciaga is going through now with those BDSM dolls and stuff. There's an art director and copywriter creative team that did that, up to a creative director who approved that without thinking that this thing is not right. You know, so when you're an intern, don't think you know. There's power in not knowing. There's power in just being humble and learning than walking in a company and think like, you know, I went to Hilton and Vega and AAA, you know, they have to pay me. That entitlement will keep you low. You won't grow, you know, because you know too much. And whoever that's around you and they see that energy, they won't guide you. You know, they'll just go, oh, cool, he knows.
Yeah,
he's
good. Yeah. There's nothing we can do for him.
Yeah, and I think learning is the most amazing thing you can do for yourself. Even though you know, like I know a lot of stuff, but I'm still learning today. I think I'm kick-ass at drawing, like just drawing, not even painting.
Yeah.
But I learn how to draw every day. I do it at least 2 hours a day to get better at it, you know, to understand my cross-hatching, my mark making. With painting, I want to understand the colors, all that stuff. Even though I know that stuff and there's still hype, there's people who buy my work, I'm still constantly learning, you know, and that will elevate me to be the best of myself, the best version of me, because I don't compete. I just compete with myself, you know.
As someone who's done so many amazing things in different spheres of art, whether it was agency work, when you were the best intern you could be, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of us, we suffer from this thing where it's like, right?
Yeah.
But loosely put, we always just trying to mirror ourselves to people not understanding that, one, Fhatuwani is 10 years older than you.
Yeah.
That means there's 10 years of work experience, 10 years of running a business, 10 years of income. What's the one thing that you would say kept your head down, understood that your time is coming?
For me, it was, I've always had people I idolize. When I worked in advertising, I saw guys like Grant Tolle, Marcus Mshapalo, and like a lot of people around me. I walked in and I said, if I learn this thing properly, I'll be like them. They had cars, they were buying PlayStations, new games, nice clothes. And I just said, if I'm patient enough and I work hard enough and understand what it is that gives them that value and I'll let this company pay them whatever it pays them, I'll eventually get there. And I find inspiration from everything. You know, as I mentioned now, when I met him, I was young. The sole reason why I gave him my attention is because he had all the things I wanted to have. You know, he had a Subaru, a Mini Cooper, a cool phone, nice clothes. And I said, if I stick by this guy, eventually I'll get there. But it doesn't happen overnight, you know. And as much as I've acquired a few, most of the things I wished for, I'm still learning from the same guys and my mentors, I'm learning every day. I had a breakfast meeting with him, and we had this long conversation. He didn't even know that I'm like learning still from him, you know, which is amazing.
Because you guys are peers now, but you're still there, like, yo.
We're business partners, we're friends, we're brothers. He's father of my godson, you know. And our relationship is amazing, and it's only amazing because of respect. I'm a popular guy. He's not like a popular guy that you can find everywhere. But if I was a person, an arrogant person, I would have thought, I'm already better than you, bro. I'm on billboards. You
don't got followers.
Yeah,
you're not that guy.
I've got these sponsors. You know, it could have got to my head. But one thing I learned from my mom as well is that just remain your mother's child. And remaining your mother's child is you're never affected by anything that you acquire or any applause you get from people, praises. You know, when people say, hey, you're amazing, bro. Don't let it get to your head, man. You know, life is long. We rise, we fall, we rise, we fall. So if I sit and go, oh, everyone says, hey, Fhatuwani is this amazing guy who's got all like restaurant, studio, and it gets to my head, I'm going to be comfortable and I will lose that stuff. And that shouldn't define me. What should define me is the core of me. You know, the Fhatuwani that used to bake with his mom and has all these dreams to have all the fancy cakes, whatever nice things, you know, I still remain that guy.
Quick question.
Yeah.
We always talking about this, me and my friends. Like, we feel like the harder you work and the more you achieve, you lose who you are in essence, right? And you lose, most importantly, the hobbies, the things that make you happy, because you get to a point where the thing that you love, like I love doing this, you have to monetize it, and then it stops being that safe space that you've created, like with your art, etc., etc. Who are you besides the work you do, the things you've done, and the things you have?
What I've learned to do, and I'm glad it kind of came natural. I'm still the same person that I was before I had all the things I have. Yes, there's a level that I got to where I had to call myself back. You know, you go, oh, you're losing yourself, man. And after maybe 8 months of just like bad habits, I'm a big believer of habits. They're so rather no, your daily habits determine your future or your trajectory in whatever kind of success you want to get to. So when I was comfortable and I can afford a lot of stuff, there was a point in my life where I was just like partying a lot, not paying attention in my craft and in the things that the child in me enjoys. So there was a big disconnect where I was just like working, go to my agency. After I'm like, yo, where we at? Let's go to Great Dane, Kitcheners, all that stuff. Not that there's nothing wrong with that, but you must keep yourself in check, you know. Priorities, you know, like I'm so also very happy that I enjoy everything I do. There's nothing I do and I'm like, oh, damn. I've learned to curate my life to be based on all the things I love. And the biggest blessing of it is that I live off all those things that I love. When I wake up and I'm painting, and I wake up and I go to my restaurant and we have a meeting on what to change in our menu, what kind of music we should curate, I'm still making money off those. When I'm in my studio, in my office, and we're talking about campaigns, what to shoot, I still enjoy that stuff, you know. But yeah, just for me, the main priority is have fun while you're making a living.
Yeah. And then for the young kid at home, I'm the young kid at home.
Yeah.
I always need to emphasize this.
Yeah.
How do I get to the point where I price my art? Do I even know what's the value of my art? Because Fhatuwani might say, yo, you got something there.
Yeah.
And then to me, in my head, it's like, now I'm charging $100K too.
Yeah,
you know, I'm charging $500,000 for my pieces.
Yes. Yeah.
But how do you know when to price? And like, there's pricing that, yo, it's 500 Rand, but how do I know when my stuff has gotten to a point where it's 2,000 Rand?
So you must learn the game first. It's not about the money. It's about building a brand as an artist that is valuable, that has value, that anyone will want to pay you the money you want. So you can be good, but if the brand that you are has no value or substance that allows you to charge whatever amount, you won't, you know. And this doesn't happen overnight. You don't wake up and go, okay, my artwork is 100K. You must learn the game too. It's a game. Like, you know, I've been doing art now for 3.5 years professionally. I've always been an artist since the age of 7. But when I started doing it professionally, I then walked in and say, how does this game work? Like, all my friends that I know who were artists, people were close to me. I was the intern guy again. The one who was at FCB, now I was the intern guy in the art studio. Calling everyone, hey man, can I come visit you? I go there. How do you do this? How do charcoals work? How much is this? To a point where you get to prices. Oh, this one is 100K. Yo, damn. Ooh, yes, 100K. And slowly but surely, when you are consistent in your industry, then you learn the tricks. You understand the psychology of it and the business behind it. How to align yourself with the right people, the perception you create that builds the value you want to earn from your art. You know, it's. I think, firstly, advertising is the biggest blessing in my life because I am here today based on the learnings I got in advertising. So right now, when I was that intern in the art game, asking everyone, annoying everyone, I also implemented and applied the learnings from advertising to my work. You know, and how to market it, how to position myself, how to reach the so-called top that I want to reach. You know, I'm still on that journey.
Whilst you're on the journey, as someone who's selling work, as someone who's actively making art, a gallery is not trying to represent you. Do you feel seen within the art sphere? Because I know a lot of creatives who work, even to the likes of Kanye. You will work and still do the numbers that everyone is doing, but you still feel not seen by the field you're in. Because they're still looking at you like, oh no, it's the photographer Fhatuwani.
Yeah. I don't care to be seen, to be honestly. I am learning the game and approach galleries, and they don't owe me anything. This is one thing I've learned when I was a young kid. No one owes me anything. I must find my way until the way finds me, or either way, I must continue, you know. Yes, I'd love to be represented. I would love to work with galleries of my desire. I send them DMs or emails, you know. You must find, what do they call it? You create your own opportunity. And whichever gallery that will want to represent me will find me on my way to wherever I want to be, you know. So I can't go, yeah, bro, I'm here, I'm good, and all these galleries are sleeping on me. They don't owe me anything. For a matter of fact, what if my work is not even good? Or it's not even up to their standard? Because everything is subjective, you know. So I don't feel bad that right now I don't have a gallery representing me. I do collaborate with galleries, and I had a big gallery owner from here in SA who came to my studio. We spoke, and he was like, man, I really love your work. Let this be our first interview or some sort. And then we'll have a second one. Just let me know. And so the next step now, I'm going to hit him up and say, yo, okay, I'm ready. I've got work in my studio. Come check it out. And also, he doesn't owe me anything, you know. So I'm just grateful that while I'm still creating, I can make a living off it. And I'm not mad at the world. I'm really happy that the world is still allowing me to express myself and be, you know.
Like, you have this superpower that I think as the reason most people are considered as people who fall off. But that's your superpower. You know when it's time to graduate. Like, you knew that when you got to agency, you were in grade 1. And then you knew that when you started your own agency, you were in grade 8. And then you knew when you moved to the art thing, you were in matric. And you're about to start a new phase. When do you know? What's that thing that tells you, if it's a shayla, there's a bigger motion ahead for us?
I think you must learn to be adaptable. And this is a thing that it's in your gut. When I make those moves, I'm not even thinking that I'm making them. I'm also just really blessed that the guidance of the universe. I like to say the universe because I'm the universe. Somehow you are the universe as well. There's just like, you know, when it's time that, okay, now it's time to elevate or to move, or to make that move. And some moves are bad, some moves are good. It's accepting that not everything you do is right, and not everything you do is wrong. There's no right and wrong. You just keep on moving and listen to yourself. You know, be present. And this is a word I like to use a lot. Be present. When you are present in your life, you will know when to move, what to do, how to do. You know, like as I mentioned, I had a time where I was partying a lot. Yeah. No one came to me and said, "Yo, dude, when are you? Your groove life is hectic now. You the party."
The bouncers know you by name.
Yeah. No, they open for me. They're like, "Yo, walk in." No one told me that.
The bar's not closed for you.
Yeah. And you can, what are those guys now at Saint Wood getting called out?
You can get credit.
Yeah. I drink, and then I'll just
you have a tab.
What do they call it? I'll just EFT when I get home later or whatever, or in the morning. But being present helped me to say, "Oh, cool, dude, you've had your fair share of fun. You've networked in these spaces. Let's move on now. It's time, next chapter, you know." And next chapter now, I really enjoy being at home, being with my very close friends, intimate settings, you know, less bars and vibes. I think I'm too old now for that. Once in a while I'll go, but I'm more a homebody. Or you'll find me, it's either in my studio, my restaurant, my office, or my house. That's it. Or what do they call? Yeah, in Pakistan, they're modern and those things. Like, I'll hop around.
So if it's not yours, you're not coming.
Yeah, but I've simplified my life, which is the next chapter of my life. I'm older. I enjoy time with my brother, with Neo, with S2, Bilal.
Yeah.
We go on motorbikes. You know, just fun. We are the same kids we were, but just older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's beautiful, man. Like,
yeah.
You leave FCB, right? Now you're at the point where you're not just an influencer for these campaigns. You, the man behind the campaign.
Yeah.
You're still front row, right?
Yeah.
They're taking a picture of you, but it's also your art direction.
Yeah.
When you get to that point, how are you pricing it? Because most of us, we're excited to be here.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, dog, you're calling me, and you all my ideas, and then now you have that 10 minutes of what exactly is my rate?
Yeah.
How did you get to that point with, yo, this is my rate now?
I think it starts by not being ripped off, you know, like you start low because you don't know, you haven't shot a campaign. Our first campaign was Markham, and we were like in front of the camera and behind the camera. The what do they call it? When we shot that thing, we were excited that we got awarded the job. We went with another production house to help us do it. We got paid as models, and then we got paid as photographers and all of that. What we learned there, the most important part was to get these jobs and not chase that money. Because when you have a portfolio that I've done this campaign and this campaign and this campaign, at least 5, now you can get all big campaigns because you've proved that you can do this stuff. You know, I can't walk in there and go, yeah, this thing, 2 bar. The first campaign we did was like 100,000, including us modeling and producing and shooting and us as models, 3 of us, you know. And it's not a rip-off, you know. That was an entry. If I could do it for free at the time, I would. Because the most important thing for me was not the money. It was the door, to open that door and know that I am capable of doing a campaign that will be nationwide. I can produce it and shoot it and model it. So that the part was open the door, and we got in. And when we got in, 11 years or 12 years later now, we are a production house, an agency. We are working professionally in this space, and no one questions our ability.
Yeah.
Damn. I don't want to be too deep.
No, man. Like the whole point of the podcast was to learn. So when I say damn, it means I learned something too. You know,
you got some jewels.
Yeah, these are the moments I live for because
man, thank you.
90% of the time we're caught up in the cool shit and not understanding that cool shit costs money.
Yeah, I have a thing I used to say years ago when I was younger. I remind myself that cool doesn't pay the bills. As cool as we would be, I'd remind myself that, justice, cool doesn't pay the bills, bro. We have to constantly think about how to earn, not think about what's the hottest outfit we're going to wear. That comes natural. But now we must be intentional in growing financially and acquiring assets and assets and financial gain that we can live comfortably. You know,
you're over 10 years in.
Yeah.
How do you maintain?
It's tough.
It's very easy to acquire. It's like the first time you do a campaign, even for me, you get the money, you're like, it's like kind of a lot in the context that you're in at that time. And then you realize that this kind of has to last you until the next time you have another one.
Yes. So how you maintain is consistency. The thing that got you those jobs, you must be seen doing it. You know, how we got to shoot all these campaigns was through shooting, I say, different stuff. Us, ourselves, dressed well, in Soweto, like, I don't know, old school style.
It's vintage.
It's vintage. We had hairstyles. And that was the thing that got everyone's eye. It got Diesel International's eye. They opened doors for us internationally. And the only way we could maintain or to stay up in the radar is to do the very same thing that we're seen for and innovate and elevate and get better at it, you know. So when I look at the shots we shot then, I'm like, damn, that stuff is whack. Because I've elevated. I'm a better photographer than I was then. My eye, my composition, my editing, my grading. Style-wise, I think it was great. I'm no longer into that style. But I see how and why it influenced a lot of young people to want to dress vintage style and also just portray their heritage and be proud of where they are from. Because that was the most important thing with, I say, Different You, with us, where we wanted to give ourselves like that sense of belonging and voice and tell our own stories and not be told who we are, you know.
Yeah. Fhatuwani Mukheli. Put Eno.
I love that you know both my names.
Yeah,
I love that,
it's
man.
Like, it's like
sure.
It's a beautiful story you're sharing. The one question we always ask every single guest who comes to the show, because the show is titled JUTA De BEER, it's to celebrate the people who've been inspired by this place, who've created from this place, who've grown from this place. Do you still think we need a landmark in an era where we have social media?
Yeah, I think so. If I understand your question correctly, I mean, this place also was the melting pot of culture.
Yes.
At the time we were coming up, 2010, 11, I think there must be someone who should work on like a landmark type thing that can be a monument of that come up of, what do they call it, Josie. Because here there was a point where you come here, you'd see like a lot of everyone, Boys and Bucks was born here. I say Different You was born here. The Satis, Kumbula, everyone, Saturday, Sunday, we here, you know, and you put out, you wear your most amazing outfit, you've got your cameras, tourists, you know, and yeah, man, I think we should have like a landmark or monument type thing to just to remind ourselves where it kind of all started.
This is the final one.
Yeah, sure.
What's your word to the youth?
My word to the youth is no one owes you anything. And I say this a lot. Don't be entitled to anyone's time, anyone's opportunity, or don't be entitled. You know, no one owes you anything. I mean, we go to brands and ask for things and they'll bomb us. They didn't owe it to us. They are also allowed to choose who they want to work with, right? So to the youth, I'm saying, work hard, be consistent when it's almost impossible, when it feels like there's no door that will open for you. Just keep on working for yourself, and be intentional with what you want. Let it be known. If you sit with your ideas and you hide them and you, what do they call it, precious with your ideas, there's no growth there, because when you have your idea in your head, where is it going?
Only you know your heart.
Exactly. Only you know your heart. And stay grounded, because life is long, man. Stay grounded, because we grow, we make money, you make lots of money. Stay grounded, because life is long, man. There was a point where we got all the photography jobs, and then you guys came in, the young guys, and there was competition. So in every stage of life, there will be a hurdle. Every level has a new devil. Stay humble, stay hungry, and work hard. Be intentional, because nothing happens to you. You need to make things happen. Nothing happens to you. Like, whatever I am, whatever I've achieved wasn't a mistake. It wasn't luck. Yes, the universe was part of it, or God, ancestors, but all of it, you have to be intentional about it. This is what I want. This is what I want. You wake up, you write it there. This is what I want. I like to make a joke on Instagram where I say, I want a G63. I do want it. I can't afford it, but eventually it will come,
And you're going to snap in it and say, I want a Rolls Royce.
And these are just material stuff. But for your personal growth, if you want to be the best musician, best artist, be intentional, wake up and fight. So yeah, even a friend of mine, Tibbs, likes to say, wake up and fight, and that statement sat with me a lot, where you go, nothing is handed to you. Even the stage you are in, you have to maintain. If you don't maintain, you fall off. So you must wake up and fight. All the things you want are possible only by you. No one has the keys to your success. We all have our own keys. And this key opens the same door to the success that all the big people we dream to be like. All the billionaires, the Jay-Z's, the Jeff Bezos, we all have those keys. And you can't sit and say there's a gatekeeper. You gatekeep yourself. Your mentality gatekeeps you, because you're entitled to someone opening the door for you. You have to open it yourself by asking, bothering people, going, hey, it's me again. I wanted to check if you have an opportunity for me. Hey, I'd like to try this. Do you have space for me? If you're not doing that, I can sit and paint in my studio. If I'm not putting out my work, or I'm not knocking in these doors, no one's going to buy my work, because they won't see it. And they also not, what do they call it? Not everyone's going to buy my work. Someone has to like it. And also, I can't be sitting in my studio and say, yeah, I have all this work, you guys come, you like it, and you don't buy it. It's not a must for people to buy it. You work towards it. You give them a reason why they need to buy it. You create your own luck. You create your own opportunities. You open your own doors. You stay hungry. You work hard. You work. You fail. You come back again. You try. You just need to work hard and appreciate all the steps and stages you are conquering. Be present while you are working hard.
How do you maintain relationships? Because you keep growing. We might fall off this year, but next year I see you, it's Badala man. I'm not party Fhatuwani anymore. Because in the club I was doing something different. Right now, I'm one with self.
How I maintain relationships is I don't judge people where they are. Like, let's say with my peers, now maybe some peers who are still partying, I don't go, brah, you're a party guy, I won't hang out with you. This is the stage that you're in. Some people may not be financially where I am. I'm not gonna go, cause me nangim Nandi, I don't hang out with you guys. So for me, the main factor to maintain relationships is staying my mother's child, because Fhatuwani, who is my mother's child, is not the Fhatuwani that's known for all the things he does. When I walk in my mom's house, I'm my mom's child and I'm kind to her. I'm obedient and I'm respectful. I must be that to everyone. You know, let's say I buy a Ferrari or a G-Wagon and I go show my mom. I won't go there and say, yeah, now I'm this guy. No, I'll say,
get the biggest piece of meat now.
Yeah. You know, I can just, when I go there to show, I'll say, yo, dude, can you believe I finally got it? Yeah. And she'll only say, it was inevitable. I know you're going to do it. Congrats. And let's keep it moving, you know? And that's how I maintain relationships. Just stay myself, you know? With all, you can wear whatever. You can wear the most expensive outfit. It's the same, man. You're still the same person your mom gave birth to you. This material stuff can't be the stuff that defines you. You know, so stay grounded, stay humble, and just work for yourself to impress yourself. If I work to impress you, I'll burn out. Because what if you don't like the stuff I'm doing? You understand? When I'm painting for me.
Yeah.
If someone catches it or likes it, then, well, great. I'm grateful that you understand the stories I'm telling. But I can't go, oh, okay, everyone likes a photo of a child and tears. I must do that. Then that's not me.
Yeah.
I must go there in my studio and do the things I like. And I must hang out with people that I like. You know, there might be people I don't like. It's just like, hey man, we don't vibe. That's okay, no beef, you know. Same with people as friends or we outgrow each other, no beef. It's just like we're elevating.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be based on material stuff. Oh, I've got the Skrilla now. Cut you off. No, can't be. You know, yeah.
Damn, man. I thought we were done with the questions, but I have to ask this one.
Go in, yeah.
How does it feel to live in one of your prayers?
In what?
How does it feel to live in one of your prayers?
Oh man, that's amazing. It feels great. I'm so grateful, you know, and it's not just one of my prayers that I'm living in, you know. For me, it's everything that I wake up and do is exactly what I prayed for. And exactly what I still pray for, to maintain it, to not lose my cool. It's amazing. There's nothing more amazing than achieving a goal or a dream and seeing it happen in real time, you know. For me, having a studio, waking up and going to my studio with my brothers, and we just chill and paint, and I go back to my house. That is a dream that I dreamt of for many years. It's unreal, you know. I was WhatsApping Tristan the other day, who I bought my house from, who is an amazing interior designer. I said, my bro, thank you for selling this house to me, and it's ridiculous, man. I can't believe it. It's the most amazing thing, man. I wish it for everyone, and I think we all have those dreams, and we all have our own personal dreams, and to make them happen is just keep your head low, keep working, stay humble, and keep on growing for yourself.
For yourself, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want a part 2. Fhatuwani will hopefully bless us.
Thank you, man.
Don't forget to subscribe. It's a little cute channel. We're trying to grow more Fhatuwanis to see it, you know.
Man.
We just, Apple, drop that 5-star in the little comment. Nothing much. Ain't nothing to it, but just to say thank you for coming. Thank you for sharing your space with us. Thank you for taking us through your journey.
Thank you.
More than anything, we need you to keep showing us it's possible.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you see that I make things possible.
Shout out.
Sure.